deep in the heart of a sun-drenched garden, Pip sat very, very still. She loved the smell of the daisies and the softness of the grass, but then she heard it. Buzz! Pip squeezed her eyes shut and pulled her knees to her chest. She was sure a tiny monster was coming for her. But the monster wasn't a monster at all. It was Zumble. He was a round, fuzzy bee with stripes the color of lemons and coal. He wasn't interested in Pip's sandwich or her toes. He was performing a very important dance, zipping from one petal to the next with a happy wiggle of his bottom. Pip opened one eye. Zumble hovered just a few inches away, his wings moving so fast they were a blur. "Are you going to sting me?" Pip whispered. Zumble didn't answer with words, but he landed gently on a leaf and tucked his legs in. He looked more like a tiny flying teddy bear than a scary bug. "I'm much too busy for stinging," Zumble seemed to say as he dived headfirst into a snapdragon. He was looking for nectar, the sweet juice that gave him the energy to fly. Inside the flower, he bumped and nudged, gathering all the sweetness he could find. When Zumble crawled out, he looked a little different. His fuzzy legs were covered in bright yellow dust. "You're messy," Pip giggled. That dust was pollen, and to Zumble, it was more precious than gold. He rubbed his front legs together, making sure every little grain stayed tucked against his fur. Zumble flew to a different flower, a tiny white one on a strawberry vine. As he landed, some of the yellow dust from the first flower fell off onto the new one. That's pollination, Pip realized. She remembered her teacher saying that this magic trick is what helps plants grow their fruit. Without Zumble and his friends, the garden would be very quiet and very empty. There would be no crunchy apples, no juicy watermelons, and no sweet strawberries for Pip to snack on. Zumble was a tiny gardener, working hard to make sure the whole world stayed green and full of food. Zumble felt a tug of home and zoomed toward a hollow log. There, he met his best friend, Nova. They bumped heads in a friendly bee hello. Nova was also covered in pollen, and together they headed inside to share their treasures with the rest of the hive family. Pip wanted to say thank you. She found a small blue bottle cap and filled it with water, placing a flat pebble in the middle so Zumble would have a place to stand. Zumble flew down and took a long, cool drink. He was a hero, and heroes get thirsty too. As the sun began to set, painting the garden in shades of orange and purple, Pip waved goodbye. She wasn't afraid of the buzz anymore. Now, whenever she heard it, she knew it was just her friend Zumble, dancing his way through the flowers to save the world, one petal at a time.